Coming up, we've got midget results from Millbridge, a new owner for the ASCS, and we dive into TSR's resurgence with Donny Schatz and Kerry Madsen. Let's go. Today is Wednesday, October 27th, 2021. Welcome into Dirt Tracker Daily. I'm Justin Fiedler. Last night was the final night of the Carolina Midget Showdown at Millbridge Speedway, with $7,500 going to the night's winner. Just like the night before, we again had 15 cars in the field. We saw an impressive run for Jade Avedisian early on in the night as she bagged quick time in qualifying, topping both Christopher Bell and CJ Leary. The young racer from California has been running a lot of micro stuff this year and has mixed in limited midget starts with Chad Boat and out on the West Coast. In 10 Power Eye feature appearances this season, she had 3 top 10s and a top 5 results. Write her name down as another one to keep an eye on in the future. In the night's A-main, Leary and McIntosh led the field to green, with McIntosh able to use the top side to grab the early lead. After a caution just a few laps in, though, Leary was able to sneak back by and pick up where he left off from Monday night. The 55 was out front until we got into the second half of the race, when Gavin Boschel, who was driving for Keith Kunz, put together a challenge and actually took the lead briefly with 16 laps to go. Fortunately, it was short-lived, though, for the teenager, as not long later he made a mistake on the cushion, and that let Leary back into the lead. Inside 10 to go, McIntosh got the top rolling again and was on his way back to the front, getting by Boschel with a big slider and then reeling in Leary. On the white flag lap, he got a big run down the backstretch and tried to go low around Leary in 3 and 4, but Leary protected the bottom. The two made contact, sending Mac around and out of contention. On the ensuing restart, Leary was able to hold off the field for the $7,500 victory and the event sweep for the Alex Bowman-owned team. Boschel ended up second, Bell was third, Ethan Mitchell fourth, and Ryan Timms was fifth. It's a very strong showing for Leary, and I believe I heard it was a new car that Bowman had put together for the event. Definitely had that thing tuned up both nights. Gavin Boschel was again impressive, and without that mistake would, I think, have a pretty good chance at the win. As for Bell, he was never really a factor last night after leading laps on Monday. He snuck onto the podium late in the going after running outside the top 5 for much of the feature. It was all around a good couple of nights of racing at Millbridge, and hopefully they can continue to grow this event going forward. It's definitely a tough sell with so few midgets around, but they certainly didn't lack for quality either night. If you missed the racing from Monday night or last night, the event replays are available on Dirt Vision. The 2021 ASCS National Tour came to a close last weekend at I-30 Speedway, and with it, the 30th year of competition for the Sprint Car Series. Going forward, though, the series and sanctioning body will have a new owner. The ASCS announced yesterday that 26-year-old Kerry Madsen is taking over from series founder and current owner Emmett Hahn. Hahn created the series in 1992, but is getting out because of his age and some family stuff they've dealt with lately, including the loss of Hahn's wife, Fuzzy. Hahn will work with Madsen over the next year to make the transition smoother, but that isn't the only change coming for the series. Matt Ward, who has been running this series for his grandfather, is stepping down, as is his wife Ashley, who had been handling timing and scoring. They will focus on the running of the Chili Bowl and Tulsa Shootout going forward. Brian Holbert is remaining as the series announcer and PR guy. If you're unaware, the ASCS National Tour is a traveling series for 360 sprint cars that covers much of the country. The ASCS also sanctions several regional series across the U.S. Madsen has been in charge of scheduling for the ASCS in recent years and has been the competition director for its Sooner region. He also built and manages the Now 600 series for micro sprints. He's also the co-owner of the Oil Capital Racing series. So even at just 26, Madsen has plenty of experience running both series and promoting events. Across the landscape of dirt racing, the advanced age of some promoters, track owners, and people that run some of these series, I think, is a real issue going forward. So it's nice to see some young blood getting involved here with the ASCS. For more information on the series and the announcement, visit ascsracing.com. It's been no secret that Tony Stewart Racing and Donny Schatz have been off their usual pace the last few seasons as they dealt with a ton of change in that team. Schatz's 15 team changed crew chiefs from Ricky Warner to Steve Swenson, and they've been trying to work through the implementation of the new Ford Racing 410 sprint car engine. I even did a daily episode about it back in March. Lately, though, Schatz has been back to form and has been the hottest driver with the World of Outlaws. He leads the series in average finish over the last 5 and 10 races, and even though he isn't winning at the pace we've come to expect, he's certainly racking up a bunch of top 5 and top 10 runs. I think one thing that's helped that team this season is them bringing in Kerry Madsen to run the 14. After he departed Mike Barshinger's car in Pennsylvania back in May, Madsen was brought over to TSR for a limited schedule, and he's been downright fast all season. He's got 3 Outlaw wins, 2 All-Star wins, and a ton of good finishes. That's really helped to kind of add to the momentum to TSR's recent resurgence. The last time the Madman had an average finish inside the top 10 with the Outlaws in a season was 2018. He only made 32 starts that year, but had an average finish of 9.87. In both 2019 and 2020, though, Madsen was outside the top 10 a lot. But paired up with TSR in 2021, he looks like a completely different driver. In 24 starts, he has 3 wins, 14 top 5s, and 18 top 10s. His average finish is a very good 6.32, which is, if he was able to do that over an entire season right now, would probably put him second in the points right now to Brad Sweet. He's qualifying well, he's made 12 of a possible 19 dashes, and is a perfect 100% in both top 5 and top 10 efficiency. All that performance has been great for Madsen, but through the summer, Schatz has been on a tear as well. Over his last 29 Outlaw races, he's finished 9th or better in 28 of them, and he's moved all the way back to 3rd in the standings. This stretch also includes Schatz's 300th and 301st Outlaw wins in his career. Certainly a marked improvement from where that 15 team was early on in the season. I have no idea what the future holds for TSR, but imagine a 2-car World of Outlaws assault with Donny Schatz and this version of Kerry Madsen. Would definitely be fun to watch. The Outlaws are in action this weekend. We'll have more on that on the Friday show. There are plenty of new Dirt Racing podcast episodes to check out this week. Wing Nation has Rico Abreu, Justin Clark, and Gio Scelzi. Open Red has Dave Sharpley. Loud Paddle has Merle Bettenhausen. Stick Signals has Dalton Wilson. Suave Talk has Boom Briggs. And there are new episodes of The Dirt Reporters, The Dirt Nerds, and Wednesdays with Wayne. To see the full list of podcasts and recent episodes, hit up dirttracker.com/podcasts. And there are 2 shows on the streaming schedule today. Flow Racing has Flow 24/7, and Dirt Vision has weekly micro and outlaw kart action from Millbridge, so kind of back to regularly scheduled programming at Millbridge. To see the full daily streaming schedule with links to watch, visit dirttracker.com/watch tonight. That's it for the show today. Hope you have a good Wednesday. If you have thoughts about the topics on today's show, please leave them in the comments below or tweet at me. Thanks to everybody that left comments on yesterday's video. I had some tweets about it, a couple of emails, and obviously in all the comments on the YouTube video. So certainly appreciate everybody chiming in on yesterday's video. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow for more Dirt Tracker Daily.